What is good, everybody? I'm Superior Kai and welcome back to another video. And for today I want to discuss the next Infamous game and what it could potentially be about, who I think the main character should be, etc, etc. But if you are new to the channel, comment down below your favorite Infamous game of all time. And I already asked that in another Infamous video that I made, but I'd like to ask this again just because you never know who's new to the channel. And like I said, if you are new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss these types of videos we posting here on the channel, and be notified when I go live, because we'll be doing hella gaming streams over here. Anyways, let's get to it. So let's start off with the main character. I would obviously like to see Cole take the protagonist role again, because I think it's been so long. I think we definitely need to go back to basics when it comes to the Infamous series. Now I know what you guys are thinking. How would Cole be the main character? He died at the end of Infamous 2 if he chose the good ending. Well, that's the thing. He died if he chose the good ending. My idea was that the evil ending would actually be canon, but since Cole has, you know, potential to have time travel abilities, and time travel being so wonky in fiction, in the evil timeline where humanity is pretty much fighting against conduits and Cole is trying to wipe out humanity to create as much conduits as possible to cure the RFI plague, he fails horribly. And pretty much there's some parallels between him and Kessler there, and since Cole is, I would say, a shitload stronger than Kessler at this point after absorbing the beast's power, he definitely would unlock that ability. And instead of traveling back in time, he ends up traveling to a complete different timeline where, hey, good Cole actually ended up saving the world. So now there's, you know, drama between maybe him and Zeke, because, well, as you know, in the evil ending, Cole actually killed Zeke. So yeah, a lot there. Now when it comes to setting, it's a bit tricky. Now I don't want to go back to New Marais, because personally I hated New Marais. Thought it was kind of weird. I preferred Empire City. Now I don't think we can ever go back there because the beast destroyed it, so that's the thing, unless they create something like New Empire City. But if I had to choose a spot, I would probably maybe say New York, or a complete different fictional city. Seattle's cool, but I feel like Seattle belongs to like Fetch and Delson and them. Now when it comes to the story, like I said, evil Cole coming to a completely new timeline where he saved the world, or humanity at least, and conduits didn't all die out because for some reason. Explain to me, if you're an Infamous, just if you have a doctorate in Infamous, please let me know, right? Because I'm a fan, but I don't know every inch and cranny of the universe. So explain to me how conduits are still alive, because I feel like that's always been a big plot hole in a lot of the newer Infamous games. But to go back, when it comes to the story, we know Zeke is part of the Feds. At least I think he is. Someone let me know in the comments, because I know he's in Second Son very, very briefly. But there could be something there when it comes to story. Maybe there's some conduits messing about, and Cole, or new Cole, needs to handle it. That'd be quite interesting, right, to see how that goes. But when it comes to karma system, you can either stay on your bullshit with evil Cole, or you can kind of redeem yourself for what happened in the new timeline and actually be a hero like your alternate counterpart, as well as having to deal with the consequences of what you did in the alternate timeline, because you know it would probably get brought up some way, and you could probably find out, which would lead to drama between the two, like I said before. And if you want to add in Second Son characters, I mean, I wouldn't have an issue with that. I feel like the one that people would probably like to see the most when it comes to interacting with Cole is probably Fetch, right? I don't see Delson really, because Delson's a protagonist in his own right, you know. And if they do another Second Son or another Infamous game and they do have it beat Delson, I wouldn't be mad, because, you know, I don't hate the character, but I prefer Cole, like I said before. Now when it comes to mechanics, specifically karma system, that is something I definitely need to fix. Like, I feel Infamous 1, it's better by like a lot compared to the later installments, but it's still not great. I feel that the best thing they can do for their karmic system is to allow the player to just have free reign, and depending on their actions in the world, how they interact with NPCs will determine their karma rating outright, with certain missions giving you options that can boost you up higher, either in good guy mode or complete Infamous mode. For example, maybe certain story missions, right? That's, say for example, you could either choose to save a guy's cat from a tree, or you could just say screw you, and hang him next to his cat. It's kind of dark. And with maybe some side missions given there, maybe have very similar, maybe smaller length choices. But pretty much what I'm saying here is take what Infamous 1 did, but expand upon that. Don't try to just downscale it like you did in Infamous 2, Second Son, and so on. I believe there's only two Infamous games that had like karmic systems. The other two like didn't. But when it comes to powers and abilities, I would like to see some variety in his electrical powers, more specifically in traversal. I know traversal, I mean, why that instead of like combat? We'll get to combat, but we've seen Cole, or at least Kessler, have somewhat level of super speed, or at least speed blitzing, and I don't think we're ever going to get a Flash game. I think we'll get a Green Arrow game before we get a Flash game. That's only because Green Arrow will mimic Arkham. Come on, if you ever get a Green Arrow game, it's going to mimic Arkham. But I think Cole should have super speed, or at the very least have an option for that. I think we should obviously have like the static thrusters and the electric tether, the thunder tether. That was in Infamous 2, I thought that was cool. But I think super speed would be really cool and interesting, right? Definitely go in on traversal, right? I think climbing is a bit much, right? Stick to, because I think Neon is probably the best power in Infamous Second Son and First Light. So if we could have that for electric powers, that'd be kind of sick. Now combat. Expand what you did in Infamous 1 and 2. I like the abilities that you guys had there. I think Infamous 2, despite I feel I have criticized the game a lot, it has the best combat in every Infamous game, in my opinion. Right? The variety and electrical powers that you can have are insane. So just expand upon that. There's not really much I can really say that I would want from his electrical powers. Now that I think about it, maybe electric duplicates. I mean, pretty much have anything Kessler can do. Have Cole just go complete God mode, because that'd be so sick. That'd be so sick. I'd pay $80 for that instead of Last of Us 2, or I guess Last of Us 1, Part 1. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not you agree with my suggestions or not. And if you have suggestions of your own, make sure to comment down below. Till next time, I'm Superior Kai, and I am out. Deuces.